In the last episode, the Resistance had been dealt a crushing blow, and I was left to pick up the pieces and rally the remaining forces against the overwhelming might of the Archon's army. The weight of responsibility hung heavy on my shoulders as I struggled to come to terms with the scale of our losses. A glimmer of hope emerged in the form of a cryptic message from an unknown ally, hinting at the existence of ancient technology that could tip the balance in our favor. I stood on the edge of the makeshift camp, gazing out into the desolate expanse of the wasteland, my mind reeling with the implications of the message. The wind carried the whispers of the fallen, and I felt the familiar ache of grief and regret. A figure emerged from the shadows, her eyes gleaming with a mix of curiosity and wariness. Maya's presence was a welcome distraction from the crushing burden of my thoughts. "What's got you out here all alone, Alex?" she asked, her voice low and husky. I turned to face her, the flickering light of the campfires casting eerie shadows on her face. "I've received a message," I said, holding out the small data pad. "It's from someone who claims to have information about the ancient tech." Maya's eyes scanned the data, her expression growing increasingly intent. "Where did it come from?" she asked, handing the pad back to me. "That's the thing I don't know," I replied, feeling a shiver run down my spine. "It's encrypted, but I managed to crack the code." The message reads, "Follow the coordinates to find the truth about the elders." Maya's gaze snapped back to mine, a spark of excitement igniting in her eyes. "The elders. That's a name we haven't heard in centuries. What kind of coordinates?" I pulled up the data on my comms device, and a holographic display flickered to life, casting an ethereal glow over the surrounding terrain. The coordinates pointed to a location deep in the heart of the long-abandoned research facility on the outskirts of the galaxy. "We need to be careful," Maya said, her voice laced with a mixture of caution and anticipation. "If this is real, we're talking about technology that could change the course of history." I nodded, a sense of purpose stealing my resolve. "Then let's gear up and find out what secrets we're uncovering." As we set out into the unknown, the silence between us was filled with unspoken questions and doubts. What would we find at the research facility? And what lay waiting for us in the shadows, ready to strike? The stars ahead seemed to pulse with a newfound sense of possibility, and I felt the first stirrings of hope in what felt like an eternity. We had a long and treacherous road ahead, but I was no longer alone, and together, we might just have a chance to rewrite the fate of the galaxy. The air grew thick with tension as we approached the research facility, the skeletal remains of the structure looming like a specter against the darkening sky. Something was waiting for us, hidden in the depths of the facility. I could feel it. "Let's move," I said, my voice barely above a whisper, as I led Maya toward the entrance. The door creaked ominously as it swung open, revealing a dimly lit corridor that stretched into the darkness. A sense of foreboding settled over me like a shroud, but I steeled myself and stepped forward, ready to face whatever lay ahead. A low hum emanated from deeper within the facility, and I exchanged a wary glance with Maya. We drew our guns, moving cautiously into the unknown. The hum grew louder, and I caught a glimpse of movement out of the corner of my eye. Suddenly, the corridor erupted into chaos as a group of heavily armed agents emerged from the shadows, their guns trained squarely on us. It was clear we had walked into a trap, and I knew our survival depended on thinking fast and shooting faster. Maya took point, her gun firing in precise, controlled bursts as we pushed forward, desperate to escape the hail of bullets and uncover the secrets that lay hidden in the depths of the research facility. But just as we thought we had cleared the corridor, a figure emerged from the smoke-filled darkness, their eyes locked onto mine with an unnerving intensity. It was a face I thought I'd never see again, that of my long-lost ally, thought to be dead. For a moment, time seemed to freeze, as if the very fabric of reality had been torn apart. Then, in an instant, everything changed. Previously, the Resistance suffered a crushing blow, and I received a cryptic message from an unknown ally hinting at ancient technology that could tip the balance in our favor. I set out to uncover the secrets of the ancient tech with Maya's help, But we walked into a trap at the abandoned research facility, where we were ambushed by heavily armed agents. As I stared into the eyes of my long-lost ally thought to be dead, my world spun out of control. The last time I saw him, he was bleeding out on the battlefield, his body torn apart by enemy fire. Yet here he was, standing in front of me, his gaze piercing mine with an unnerving intensity. "Riven," I whispered, my voice trembling with shock. The agents halted their fire, clearly waiting for Riven's orders. Maya's gun remained trained on them, her finger hovering over the trigger. I raised a hand, palm outward, cautioning her to hold off. Riven's expression was unreadable, his eyes locked onto mine with an unnerving intensity. "Alex," he said, his voice low and rough, like the rustling of dry leaves. "I've been waiting for you." The air was thick with tension as Riven took a step forward, his movements fluid and deliberate. I could sense the weight of his gaze like a physical force pressing down on me. "What do you want, Riven?" I asked, my hand on the grip of my gun, ready to react at a moment's notice. Riven's eyes never left mine. "I want to show you the truth," he said, his voice dripping with an air of mystery. "The truth about the Elders, about the ancient technology, and about your destiny." Maya's gaze darted between us, her eyes narrowing in suspicion. "What do you know, Riven?" she asked, her voice laced with a mixture of curiosity and wariness. Riven's smile was a thin, enigmatic curve of his lips. "More than you think, Maya," he said. "Follow me, and I'll show you the secrets that have been hidden for centuries." With that, Riven turned and disappeared into the darkness, leaving us with a choice: to follow him into the unknown or to fight our way out of the research facility. The fate of the galaxy hung precariously in the balance, and I knew that the decision I made would have far-reaching consequences. Previously, I received a cryptic message hinting at ancient technology that could tip the balance in our favor, and I walked into a trap at the abandoned research facility, where I was ambushed by heavily armed agents and faced off against my long-lost ally, Riven, who seemed to be hiding secrets about the Elders, the ancient technology, and my destiny. As I stood frozen, torn between trust and mistrust, Riven's words echoed in my mind: "Follow me, and I'll show you the secrets that have been hidden for centuries." The air was heavy with anticipation, and I could feel the weight of the galaxy's fate resting on my shoulders. I took a deep breath, my heart pounding in my chest, and nodded. "Let's do it," I said, my voice firm, and Maya fell into step beside me, her eyes fixed on Riven's back as he led us deeper into the facility. We navigated twisting corridors and abandoned laboratories, the silence broken only by the soft hum of dormant machinery and the creaking of rusty hinges. Riven moved with an uncanny familiarity, as if he had spent countless hours exploring the facility's depths. I couldn't shake the feeling that we were walking into a trap, but my curiosity got the better of me. What secrets lay hidden beneath the surface? Finally, Riven stopped in front of a sealed door, adorned with ancient symbols that seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy. He produced a small crystal from his pocket and inserted it into a hidden slot, and the door slid open with a hiss, revealing a dimly lit chamber filled with rows of ancient cylindrical artifacts. "Welcome to the Hall of Whispers," Riven said, his voice low and reverent. "This is where the secrets of the Elders await." As we stepped inside, the air was filled with an eerie, whispery chant, like the distant murmuring of an ancient crowd. I felt a shiver run down my spine, and Maya's hand instinctively went to the grip of her gun. Riven's eyes gleamed with an unnatural intensity, and I realized that I was walking a thin line between ally and enemy. "Riven, what's going on here?" Maya asked, her voice taut with tension. Riven's smile was enigmatic. "You'll see," he said, his voice dripping with an air of mystery. "The Elders left behind more than just technology. They left behind a legacy, one that can change the course of history." As he spoke, the chanting grew louder, and the symbols on the artifacts began to glow with an intense, electric blue light. I felt the weight of the ancient technology bearing down on me, and I knew that I was on the cusp of a revelation that would change everything. "What do you mean?" I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. Riven's eyes locked onto mine, and I felt a jolt of electricity run through my veins. The Elders were not just ancient beings, he said. They were architects of the galaxy, and I'm about to show you the blueprint. With that, Riven reached out and touched the central artifact, and the chamber erupted into a kaleidoscope of colors, the whispery chant growing to a deafening roar. I felt myself being pulled into a vortex of ancient knowledge, and I knew that nothing would ever be the same again previously. I followed Riven into the abandoned research facility, where I was ambushed by heavily armed agents and faced off against my long-lost ally, who revealed secrets about the Elders, ancient technology, and my destiny. I walked into a trap, but Riven's words echoed in my mind, promising to show me the secrets of the Elders. I nodded, and Maya fell into step beside me as Riven led us deeper into the facility. We finally reached the Hall of Whispers, where rows of ancient cylindrical artifacts held the secrets of the Elders. As the kaleidoscope of colors subsided, I found myself standing at the edge of a vast, holographic map of the galaxy, sprawled across the walls of the chamber. Riven's eyes gleamed with an unnatural intensity as he gestured to the swirling patterns of light and energy. "This is the Atlas of the Elders," he said, his voice full of awe. "The blueprint of the galaxy, as they designed it." I felt my mind reeling as I took in the sheer scale of the Atlas. It was as if I was gazing upon the very fabric of reality, woven from threads of ancient knowledge and power. Maya's hand grasped my arm, her grip tight with excitement and trepidation. "What does it mean?" I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. Riven's smile was enigmatic. "The Elders created the galaxy as we know it," he said. "They engineered the stars, the planets, and the very fabric of space-time itself. And they left behind a map, a guide to unlocking the secrets of the cosmos." As I stared at the Atlas, I felt a shiver run down my spine. The implications were staggering. If the Elders had truly created the galaxy, then the possibilities were endless. I could see it a new era of peace and prosperity, where humanity harnessed the power of the ancient technology to reclaim the galaxy. But as I turned to Riven, I saw the glint of calculation in his eyes. He was hiding something, and I knew that I had to tread carefully. "What's the catch?" I asked, my voice firm. Riven's smile grew wider. "The Atlas is not just a map," he said. "It's a key that requires a specific sequence of events to unlock its full potential." I felt a surge of unease. Riven was leading me down a path of discovery, but at what cost? "And what's the sequence?" Maya asked, her voice sharp with skepticism. Riven's eyes locked onto mine. "That's for me to know, and for you to find out," he said. "But trust me, Alex, the reward is worth the risk." As he spoke, the chamber began to darken, the Atlas fading into the shadows. I felt a sense of foreboding, as if I was walking into a trap of epic proportions, but I had no choice. I had to uncover the secrets of the Elders, no matter the cost. "Let's do it," I said, my voice firm. Riven's smile was triumphant. "Then let's begin," he said, and the chamber erupted into a blaze of light. As the Atlas of the Elders began to reveal its secrets previously, Alex navigated the Hall of Whispers, uncovering the secrets of the Atlas of the Elders, a galactic blueprint created by an ancient civilization. Riven, a mysterious ally, promised to guide Alex through the Atlas, but hinted at a hidden sequence of events required to unlock its full potential. As the chamber erupted into a blaze of light, I felt myself being hurtled through a wormhole of ancient knowledge, the Atlas secrets flooding my mind like a tidal wave. I saw the birth of stars, the dance of celestial bodies, and the intricate web of energy that bound the galaxy together. The sheer scale of the Elders' creation was overwhelming, and I felt my mind reeling under the weight of it. When the light faded, I found myself standing in a vast, deserted wasteland, the Atlas holographic map etched into the dusty ground before me. Riven stood beside me, his eyes aglow with an unnatural intensity. "The first step on our journey begins here," he said, his voice low and urgent. "The sequence of events requires us to retrieve a lost artifact, hidden deep within the ruins of an ancient city." Maya stepped forward, her eyes locked onto the atlas. "I know this place," she said, her voice firm. "It's the city of eternity, hidden beneath the sands of the distant planet Archaea." I felt a jolt of excitement mixed with trepidation. We were about to embark on a perilous quest, one that would take us across treacherous landscapes and into the heart of darkness. As we set out, the Atlas secret still resonating within me, I realized that Riven's true intentions remained shrouded in mystery. Was he leading me toward redemption, or was I merely a pawn in his game of galactic manipulation? The only way to uncover the truth was to follow him, no matter the cost. We traversed the arid wasteland, navigating treacherous canyons and ancient ruins as the Atlas guided us toward the hidden city. The air grew thick with an otherworldly energy, and I sensed that we were being watched, that unseen forces lurked in the shadows, waiting to strike. As we approached the city of eternity, a massive structure rose from the sands, its architecture a blend of ancient and alien design. The air pulsed with an eerie power, and I felt the weight of the Atlas secrets bearing down upon me. "We're not alone," Maya whispered, her eyes scanning the horizon. I followed her gaze, my heart pounding in my chest. A fleet of dark ships emerged from the clouds, their hulls etched with the symbol of the Archon. "We've got company," I said, my voice firm. Riven's smile was enigmatic. "The Archon will stop at nothing to claim the secrets of the Elders," he said. "But we have an advantage. The Atlas has revealed a hidden path, one that will lead us to the artifact before the Archon can intervene." I felt a surge of determination. We would face the Archon's forces, no matter the cost. The fate of the galaxy hung in the balance, and I was ready to risk everything to unlock the secrets of the Elders. "Let's move," I said, my voice firm. Riven nodded, his eyes gleaming with an unnatural intensity. "Then let's begin our descent into the heart of the city of eternity." Previously, Alex uncovered the secrets of the Atlas of the Elders and was hurtled through a wormhole of ancient knowledge, emerging in a vast, deserted wasteland with Riven and Maya. There, they discovered the location of a lost artifact hidden deep within the ruins of the ancient city of eternity on the distant planet Archaea. As we ventured deeper into the heart of the city of eternity, the air grew thick with an electric sense of anticipation. Riven led the way, his eyes fixed on the Atlas holographic map etched into the dusty ground. Maya walked beside me, her hand resting on the hilt of her sword, her eyes scanning the horizon for any sign of the Archon's forces. I felt a shiver run down my spine as we approached the entrance to the ancient city. The architecture was unlike anything I had ever seen, towering spires and grand arches that seemed to defy gravity, their surfaces etched with ancient runes that pulsed with a soft, blue light. Suddenly, the ground trembled beneath our feet and the air was filled with the sound of grinding stone. The entrance to the city began to slide open, revealing a dimly lit tunnel that plunged deep into the heart of the planet. "Welcome to the city of eternity," Riven said, his voice low and mysterious. As we stepped into the tunnel, the entrance slid shut behind us, enveloping us in darkness. The air was cool and still, and I could feel the weight of the ancient city's secrets bearing down upon me. "We're not alone," Maya whispered, her eyes locked onto the shadows. I followed her gaze, my heart pounding in my chest. A figure emerged from the darkness, its face obscured by a hood. It moved with an unnatural grace, its movements almost alien. "Who are you?" I demanded, my hand resting on the hilt of my sword. The figure drew closer, its eyes glowing with an otherworldly energy. "I am Ethan," it said, its voice like a gentle breeze. "I have been waiting for you, Alex. You have been chosen to unlock the secrets of the Elders." I felt a surge of suspicion. Who was this Ethan and what did it want from me? Riven stepped forward, his eyes locked onto Ethan. "You are a guardian of the city," he said. "You have been charged with protecting the secrets of the Elders." Ethan nodded, its movements almost imperceptible. "I have been waiting for one who is worthy to unlock the secrets of the city. Alex, you have been chosen to fulfill an ancient prophecy." I felt a shiver run down my spine. An ancient prophecy. What did Ethan mean? As we descended deeper into the heart of the city, Ethan led us through a series of ancient trials, each one designed to test our resolve and our courage. We navigated treacherous labyrinths, avoided deadly traps, and solved complex puzzles, each one leading us closer to the lost artifact. But we were not alone. The Archon's forces were closing in, their ships hovering above the city like vultures waiting to strike. I could feel the weight of their presence, their malevolent energy suffocating the air. We had to move fast. The fate of the galaxy hung in the balance, and I was the only one who could unlock the secrets of the Elders. As we approached the final trial, I steeled myself for the challenge ahead. I was ready to face whatever lay in store for us, no matter the cost. But little did I know, the greatest challenge lay not in the city of eternity, but in the secrets that Ethan held. Secrets that would change the course of my journey and the fate of the galaxy forever. Previously, Alex uncovered the secrets of the Atlas of the Elders and navigated the treacherous city of eternity with Riven and Maya, only to encounter the mysterious Ethan, a guardian of the city who revealed an ancient prophecy that seemed to revolve around Alex's destiny. As we stood at the threshold of the final trial, Ethan's enigmatic gaze seemed to pierce through me, as if searching for something hidden deep within my soul. "The time has come, Alex," Ethan said, its voice dripping with an otherworldly intensity. "You must face the trial of the elements where the secrets of the Elders await." With those words, the walls of the chamber began to shudder, and the air was filled with the sound of elemental forces awakening. The trial of the elements was said to be a gauntlet of ancient technology, designed to test the worthiness of those who dared to claim the lost artifact. As we stepped into the heart of the trial, the chamber erupted into a maelstrom of elemental fury. Flames danced across the walls, ice crystals shattered the air, and the earth trembled beneath our feet. Riven and Maya stood firm beside me, their determination to see this through mirroring my own. But Ethan remained at the periphery, its eyes fixed on me with an unnerving intensity. I couldn't shake the feeling that Ethan knew more about me than it was letting on, that it was hiding secrets that could change the course of my destiny. The trial was a blur of chaos and fury, as we navigated the ancient technology and harnessed the elemental forces to unlock the secrets of the Elders. And yet, with each step forward, I felt the weight of Ethan's gaze bearing down upon me as if it was waiting for me to unlock a deeper truth. Finally, we reached the heart of the trial where the lost artifact awaited. But as I reached out to claim it, Ethan's eyes flashed with an otherworldly energy, and its voice whispered a single, haunting phrase in my ear. "You are not who you think you are, Alex." The world around me seemed to shatter, as if the very fabric of reality had been torn asunder. I felt myself hurtling through a vortex of confusion and doubt as the secrets of my past and my destiny began to unravel before my eyes. What did Ethan mean? Who was I, really? And what did this revelation mean for the fate of the galaxy? As I stumbled out of the trial, the artifact clutched in my hand, I knew that I had to uncover the truth about my past, no matter the cost. But I was not alone. The Archon's forces were closing in, their malevolent energy suffocating the air. I had to move fast, to unravel the secrets of my past and forge a new path forward, if I was to have any hope of saving the galaxy from the gathering forces of darkness. Previously, Alex navigated the treacherous city of eternity and uncovered the secrets of the Atlas of the Elders, only to encounter the mysterious Ethan, a guardian of the city, who revealed an ancient prophecy revolving around Alex's destiny. In the trial of the elements, Alex and his companions harnessed the elemental forces to unlock the secrets of the Elders, but Ethan's cryptic message left Alex questioning his very identity. "You are not who you think you are, Alex." As I stumbled out of the trial, the artifact clutched in my hand, I felt like I was drowning in a sea of uncertainty. The words echoed in my mind, refusing to let go. Who was I, really? What secrets lay hidden in my past? The weight of Ethan's gaze still lingered, and I knew I had to confront the truth, no matter how painful it might be. I turned to Riven and Maya, hoping to find some semblance of normalcy, but their concerned expressions only added to my turmoil. "What just happened?" Maya asked, her voice laced with a mix of wonder and trepidation. I shook my head, trying to clear the cobwebs. "I don't know, but we need to get out of here now. The Archon's forces are closing in, and I have a feeling they won't stop until they get what they want." Without another word, we fled the city of eternity, leaving behind the ancient technology and the mysterious Ethon. As we navigated the treacherous landscapes, I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being pulled back into the darkness, that the secrets of my past were waiting to consume me. We finally reached the outskirts of a small, run-down settlement, where a lone figure waited for us. It was an old man, dressed in tattered robes with eyes that seemed to see right through me. "Alex," he said, his voice barely above a whisper, "I've been waiting for you. My name is Urindor, and I hold the key to your past." I felt a shiver run down my spine as Urindor beckoned me forward. Who was this man, and what did he know about my past? I took a deep breath, steeling myself for the truth. "What do you know about me?" I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. Urindor's eyes seemed to glint with a hidden knowledge. "You, Alex, are not from this galaxy. You are a relic of a bygone era, a remnant of a civilization that once spanned the cosmos. And I, Urindor, am the last living testament to that era." The world around me seemed to spin out of control, as if the very fabric of reality had been torn asunder once more. I felt like I was staring into the abyss, with no safety net to catch me. "What do you mean?" I asked, my voice laced with a mix of fear and curiosity. Urindor's eyes seemed to bore into my very soul. "You, Alex, are the last scion of an ancient bloodline, one that held the power to shape the universe itself. And the Archon, he will stop at nothing to claim that power for himself." The weight of Urindor's words hung in the air, like a ticking time bomb waiting to explode. I felt the fate of the galaxy hanging precariously in the balance, as if my very existence was the key to unlocking a brighter future. But at what cost? Previously, Alex uncovered the secrets of the Atlas of the Elders and harnessed the elemental forces to unlock the ancient technology, only to be shaken to his core by Ethon's cryptic message. "You are not who you think you are, Alex." Now, Urindor's revelation that Alex is the last scion of an ancient bloodline, capable of shaping the universe itself, has left him reeling. As I stood there, my mind reeling from Urindor's words, I felt the weight of my destiny bearing down on me like a crushing force. The thought of being the last scion of an ancient bloodline, capable of shaping the universe itself, was both exhilarating and terrifying. I looked at Riven and Maya, wondering if they saw me differently now, if they too felt the weight of my newfound responsibility. Urindor's eyes seemed to bore into my soul, as if searching for something. "You must come with me, Alex. I will show you the secrets of your past and the power that lies within you." I nodded, knowing that I had no choice but to follow Urindor. The fate of the galaxy hung in the balance, and I was the only one who could tip the scales. As we set out into the unknown, I felt a sense of purpose, a sense of destiny that I had never felt before. We journeyed across treacherous landscapes, avoiding the Archon's forces and hostile alien species. Urindor led us to a hidden temple, guarded by ancient technology that only he could navigate. Inside, we found a series of ancient artifacts, each one revealing a piece of my past. I saw visions of an ancient civilization, one that spanned the cosmos and wielded power beyond my wildest dreams. I saw a family, a bloodline that had protected and preserved the ancient technology for generations. And I saw a tragedy, a catastrophe that had wiped out my entire civilization, leaving me as the last scion. The weight of my past bore down on me, threatening to crush me. But Urindor's words echoed in my mind, "You are the key to unlocking a brighter future." I knew that I had to push forward, no matter the cost. As we delved deeper into the temple, we stumbled upon a hidden chamber, filled with ancient artifacts and forbidden knowledge. At the center of the room, I saw a pedestal, with a small crystal orb sitting atop it. The orb glowed with an otherworldly energy, and I felt an inexplicable connection to it. Urindor's eyes glinted with a knowing look. "This is the heart of the ancients, Alex. It holds the key to your true power and the power to shape the universe itself." I reached out, feeling the energy of the orb coursing through me. Suddenly, visions flooded my mind, visions of a brighter future, of a galaxy at peace. I saw myself, standing at the helm of a united galaxy, with the power to protect and preserve. But I also saw the cost, the weight of my responsibility, the burden of my destiny. I knew that I had to make a choice to embrace my true power and shape the universe itself. As I stood there, the fate of the galaxy hanging in the balance, I knew that I had to take the first step. I reached out, and the heart of the ancients burst into energy, flooding me with its power. The room around me erupted into chaos as the ancient technology reacted to my newfound power. Urindor's eyes shone with a mix of pride and trepidation, as Riven and Maya looked on in awe. I felt the power of the ancients coursing through me, and I knew that I was ready to face whatever lay ahead. I was ready to shape the universe itself, to bring hope to a desolate galaxy. But as I stood there, bathed in the energy of the heart of the ancients, I knew that I was not alone. The Archon's forces were closing in, determined to claim the power of the ancients for themselves. I steeled myself for the battle ahead, knowing that the fate of the galaxy hung precariously in the balance. I was the last scion of an ancient bloodline, and I would stop at nothing to protect my newfound power. The war for the galaxy had begun, and I was ready to face whatever lay ahead. Previously, Alex discovered the shocking truth about his heritage as the last scion of an ancient bloodline, capable of shaping the universe itself. He unlocked the power of the heart of the ancients, embracing his destiny to shape the universe and bring hope to a desolate galaxy. But as he stood at the threshold of his newfound power, the Archon's forces closed in, threatening to claim the power of the ancients for their own sinister purposes. As I gazed out at the chaos erupting around me, I knew that I had to act fast. The Archon's forces were relentless, and they would stop at nothing to claim the power of the ancients. I focused my mind, channeling the energy of the heart of the ancients into a burst of elemental force that sent the temple's ancient technology into overdrive. The chamber around me erupted in a blaze of light and energy as Urindor, Riven, and Maya struggled to keep up with the sheer scale of my power. I felt the weight of my destiny bearing down on me, but I refused to yield. I was the last scion of an ancient bloodline, and I would stop at nothing to protect my newfound power. Suddenly, the temple's ancient walls began to shimmer and dissolve, revealing a hidden portal that led to a realm beyond my wildest dreams. Urindor's eyes sparkled with a knowing look as he gestured for me to step through the portal. "This is the realm of the ancients, Alex," he said, his voice barely above a whisper. "Here you will find the secrets of your past and the key to unlocking your true potential." I hesitated for a moment, unsure of what lay ahead. But Riven's words echoed in my mind. "You are the hope of the galaxy, Alex. You are the only one who can bring balance to the universe." With a deep breath, I stepped through the portal, leaving the chaos of the temple behind. The realm of the ancients stretched out before me, a realm of breathtaking beauty and ancient secrets. I knew that I had to explore this realm to uncover the secrets of my past and unlock my true potential. As I ventured deeper into the realm, I encountered wonders beyond my wildest dreams. I saw ancient cities that floated in the skies and landscapes that shifted and changed like living, breathing entities. I saw creatures that defied explanation, and ancient artifacts that held the secrets of the universe. But I also saw the remnants of my ancient civilization, the echoes of a tragedy that had wiped out my entire bloodline. I saw the devastation of a catastrophic event, one that had shattered the galaxy and left only ruins in its wake. The weight of my responsibility bore down on me, threatening to crush me, but I refused to yield. I was the last scion of an ancient bloodline, and I would stop at nothing to restore my civilization to its former glory. As I delved deeper into the realm, I encountered a figure who would change the course of my journey forever. It was a woman, with eyes that shone like stars and hair that flowed like the cosmos. She introduced herself as Aria, a guardian of the realm of the ancients and a keeper of its secrets. "You are the key to restoring balance to the universe, Alex," she said, her voice like music. "But you must first confront the darkness within yourself and the secrets of your past." I knew that I had to trust Aria, to follow her guidance and uncover the secrets of my past. I was the last scion of an ancient bloodline, and I would stop at nothing to fulfill my destiny. The fate of the galaxy hung in the balance, and I was ready to face whatever lay ahead previously. Alex discovered the shocking truth about his heritage as the last scion of an ancient bloodline, capable of shaping the universe itself. He unlocked the power of the heart of the ancients, embracing his destiny to shape the universe and bring hope to a desolate galaxy. As he stood at the threshold of his newfound power, the Archon's forces closed in, threatening to claim the power of the ancients for their own sinister purposes. As I ventured deeper into the realm of the ancients, I couldn't shake off the feeling that Aria was hiding secrets from me. Her enigmatic smile and cryptic words only fueled my curiosity, and I knew I had to dig deeper. With Urindor, Riven, and Maya by my side, I embarked on a perilous journey to uncover the truth about my past and the secrets of the realm. We navigated through labyrinthine tunnels, avoiding deadly traps and ancient guardians that protected the realm's secrets. Every step felt like a gamble, as if the very fabric of reality was conspiring against me. But I refused to back down. I was driven by a burning desire to reclaim my heritage and restore balance to the galaxy. As we delved deeper into the heart of the realm, we stumbled upon an ancient library, hidden behind a waterfall of iridescent energy. The room was filled with ancient tomes, pulsing with an otherworldly power. Aria gestured for me to approach a pedestal in the center of the room, where a single glowing book lay open. "This is the Chronicle of the Ancients," Aria said, her eyes sparkling with an ethereal intensity. "It holds the secrets of your past, Alex, the truth about your family, your bloodline, and the downfall of your ancient civilization." I felt a shiver run down my spine as I reached out to touch the book. The pages began to glow brighter and visions flooded my mind. I saw my ancestors, proud and powerful, ruling over a galaxy in harmony. I saw the cataclysmic event that had torn the galaxy apart and the desperate attempts of my ancestors to prevent the destruction. But I also saw something else, a dark secret hidden for centuries, a secret that threatened to upend everything I thought I knew about myself and my destiny. Suddenly, the vision stopped and I was left reeling. Aria's expression was unreadable, but Urindor's eyes seemed to bore into my soul. Riven's hand on my shoulder was a comforting presence, but even she seemed unsure of what lay ahead. "What does it mean?" I asked Aria, my voice barely above a whisper. Aria's smile was enigmatic. "The truth is complex, Alex, but it begins with a journey to the heart of the galaxy, a place where the fabric of reality is thin and the secrets of the ancient civilization await." I knew that I had to embark on this journey, no matter the cost. The fate of the galaxy hung in the balance, and I was the only one who could restore balance to the universe. With a deep breath, I nodded. "Let's do it. Let's uncover the secrets of the ancient civilization and fulfill my destiny." The room fell silent, as if the very universe was holding its breath. I knew that the journey ahead would be fraught with danger, but I was ready. I was the last scion of an ancient bloodline, and I would stop at nothing to shape the universe and bring hope to a desolate galaxy previously. Alex stood at the threshold of his newfound power, the Archon's forces closing in, threatening to claim the power of the ancients for their own sinister purposes. As he delved deeper into the heart of the realm of the ancients, he discovered a dark secret, hidden for centuries, that threatened to upend everything he thought he knew about himself and his destiny. As we ventured into the heart of the galaxy, the fabric of reality grew thinner, and the secrets of the ancient civilization awaited. Our journey took us through treacherous landscapes and hostile territories, where we encountered unexpected allies and surprising revelations that tested our resolve. We finally reached the edge of a massive, swirling vortex, the heart of the galaxy. It pulsed with an otherworldly power, as if the very essence of creation lay within. I felt an intense connection to the vortex, as if it held the key to unlocking the secrets of my past and the fate of the galaxy. "This is it," Arya said, her eyes aglow with an ethereal intensity. "This is where the ancient civilization had once thrived. And this is where you will uncover the truth about your heritage and fulfill your destiny." I took a deep breath, steeling myself for what lay ahead. With Erendor, Riven, and Maya by my side, I stepped into the vortex. The world around us dissolved, replaced by visions of the ancient civilization in all its glory. I saw my ancestors, proud and powerful, wielding the power of the universe itself. But I also saw the truth about my past, the dark secret that had been hidden for centuries. I saw my ancestors' desperation, their attempts to prevent the destruction of the galaxy. And I saw the cataclysmic event that had torn the galaxy apart, the event that had been caused by my own bloodline. The weight of my heritage crushed me. I felt the burden of responsibility, the weight of my destiny, but I refused to be consumed by it. I knew that I had the power to shape the universe, to bring hope to a desolate galaxy. With newfound determination, I emerged from the vortex, my eyes blazing with an inner fire. I knew that I had to make amends, to restore balance to the universe. I knew that I had to forge a new future, one that would determine the course of history and secure a lasting peace. The Archon's forces awaited us, their ships arrayed against us like a wall of steel. But I was not intimidated. I was the last scion of an ancient bloodline, capable of shaping the universe itself. I was the hero that the galaxy needed, the beacon of light in a desperate bid to redeem a shattered universe. With a fierce cry, I unleashed the power of the ancients, channeling it into a blast of energy that shattered the Archon's forces. The battle raged on, but I stood tall, my determination and courage driving me forward. In the end, it was just the Archon and I, facing each other across the ruins of his fleet. His eyes burned with a malevolent intensity, but I was unfazed. I was the master of my destiny, the shaper of the universe. With a final, triumphant cry, I unleashed the full fury of the ancients, banishing the Archon from the galaxy forever. The darkness receded and the light of hope dawned on a new horizon. As the galaxy began to heal, I stood victorious, my journey finally complete. I had fulfilled my destiny, restoring balance to the universe and bringing hope to a desolate galaxy. I had forged a new future, one that would determine the course of history and secure a lasting peace. Epilogue. I stood on the edge of the galaxy, looking out into the unknown. The stars twinkled like diamonds against the velvet blackness of space. I felt a sense of pride, of accomplishment. I had done it. I had redeemed a shattered universe. But as I gazed into the unknown, I knew that there was still more to be done. There were still mysteries to be uncovered, secrets to be revealed. The galaxy was at peace, but there were still frontiers to be explored, new horizons to be discovered. I smiled, feeling a sense of excitement, of adventure. The journey was far from over, but I was ready. I was the last scion of an ancient bloodline capable of shaping the universe itself. I was the hero that the galaxy needed, the beacon of light in a brighter, bolder universe. And with that, I set off into the unknown, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, ready to forge a new future for the galaxy.